Last week we left off talking about painting, some of the things I was going to focus on for the month of January. The painting course I'm doing, focused here in Procreate, was focused more on learning brushes and learning the techniques of Procreate this week. So it focused on the ability to liquefy things, which is you take a picture and then you can tweak it and change it however you want to. Also working on transforming and moving. So it was a lot more technical information this week instead of actually drawing, which is fine. It's good. It's a little more dull. It wasn't what I was expecting. And so with that going on in the drawing side of things, my focus was more on the storytelling and the content creation. And so this video is going to jump into that more. So one of the things I've learned is the different parts that go into content creation and storytelling. So a hook is something that you want right at the beginning of your story or your content to get someone to have a buy-in. So you need something to bring their attention, like a fishing hook, to the story. After that, you want to then name a problem. So they all tie together. It's hook, name the problem, deepen the problem, not necessarily a problem, but deepen the topic, reframe the topic, and then find some relatability in it. And so I talked about the hook. The next thing I'm working on is the ability to name a topic up front. So what makes storytelling and content creation different from writing a thesis paper or some sort of written communication? You're going to have your hypothesis, your three supporting things, and then your conclusion. Well, storytelling is different. It's not as dry. You want to focus on hooking them, getting them interested in your story, and then you have to deepen that interest and then provide the solution, or a rehook, but a reframe to a story to then deepen interest. So it would essentially be taking your hypothesis, one layer, one supporting thing, and then bringing in your conclusion, and then following up that conclusion with some more supporting ideas. So it's something I've never practiced. It's interesting reframing. There's a framework I'm working on right now, which is the moment, the hook, or the conclusion, or like the mid story, the emotion, deepening what that moment is, the what would it be, like the solution, like the moment that you realize the end of it, followed by finally, oh, it's the mess, and now I can't even think of it. It's like symptom, solution. And so it's just such a different framework to work with. It's been tons of fun. I have learned a lot. And it's cool, especially with the 100-day challenge for higher wellness and posting. You can see, okay, people stopped. The hook was good. So you can look and see how many people stopped. So you learn what ways you can get people interested in your story. And then, are they staying? Well, not necessarily staying, so you're not really developing further interest. So you got them to stay, or you got them to stop, but you didn't get them to stay. So it's fun to play with the different aspects and the different frameworks. I've noticed that this could be just for content creation, but fluffier language, well, I guess it works for storytelling too, but fluffier language isn't necessarily, as I'm doing right now, necessarily helpful for the story. You want everything to have intention to it. You want to speak with intention. So it's almost not necessarily a fake confidence, but you have to commit to the thing that you're saying. You can't circle the topic and then eventually get to it, because people are going to lose interest. So if you're trying to tell a story, every word matters. Every word helps keep them involved in the story. And so that also brought me to a new thing, which would be open loops, which if you can keep someone interested, the best way to do so with the human brain is an open loop. So you open a loop with a question or an observation, something that gets the observer curious, and then you close that loop. And so it gives the brain something to chew on and work with. And good storytelling is essentially just like a chain process. So it's open loop, close loop, open loop, close loop. And in doing that, you create a much larger cohesive story, or much larger open and closed loop within a bunch of smaller open and closed loops. So it's a lot of cool things to work with. Next week, hopefully the drawing will move into something at least a little more interesting instead of just technical stuff with Procreate. But next week I'll have an update on both drawing and some more storytelling details.